Good day, everyone. This is your mathematics class. So let us pray.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, Amen. Dear Lord, we thank you wonderful the love and care that you have given us. May we return to you your good works by multiplying love, respect, adding more faith, practicing, and avoiding behavior and evil works, dividing our given talents to others. We, we can sum it all and unite it as one. In your family is the we pray. Amen. The name of the Father, the
Amen.
Son.
Okay, thank you, Bore. So now let's start our lesson for today. So let's have this activity. So what is the opposite? So alam niyo ba kung ano ibig sabihin ng opposite? In Tagalog, kabaliktaran. So let's have number 1. What is the opposite of positive 3? So we
Negative
have,
Negative 3.
okay, very
3.
good. We have negative 3. Next, what is the opposite of negative 4?
Positive 4.
Positive 4.
Positive 4. Next,
Positive 10 po.
next is positive 10. Number 4. Positive 8 is
Negative
negative
8.
8. Okay. Next, negative 12 is
12 naman.
positive.
Positive 12.
Positive
Okay,
12.
okay, positive 12. Okay, and lastly, we have positive
Negative
100 is negative 100.
100.
Okay, when we say opposite, other terms for opposite is the additive inverse. So we have here a number line. We all know that a number line consists of 0. 0 is the origin, and then on the right side of the number line, we have the positive numbers. And on the left side of the number line, we have the negative numbers. So for example, what is the opposite of negative 1? So opposite niya is si positive 1.
Positive 1.
Okay, positive 1. Next, what is the opposite of positive 4? So the opposite of positive 4 is negative 4. Or pwede natin sabihin, the opposite of negative 4 is positive 4. Now, let's talk about absolute value. When we say absolute value, it is the distance of the given number on the number line from 0. So, kukunin natin yung distansya ng number sa number line, and then kung ano yung number of units niya from 0. So, when we say absolute value, it is denoted by these 2 bars. So, yung integers natin, yun yung nandun sa gitna ng 2 bars. Okay, next, the absolute value of a number disregards the direction from where it lies with respect to 0. So, kahit papunta siya sa kaliwa, kanan, taas, o baba, okay lang yon. Ang bibilangan lang natin is the number of units kung nasan yung number from 0. Kung gaano siya kalayo doon sa origin natin, which is 0. For example, so we can read this as the absolute value of positive 2 is 2. So, etong 2 bars na nasa gilid, yan yung ating symbol for absolute number or absolute value. Next. So, paano natin babasahin to? May negative 2 sa loob. So, this is the absolute value of negative 2 is 2. Next. How about this one? Meron siyang negative sign bago yung absolute value natin. So, this is the negative absolute value of negative 2 is 2.
Next, let's have these questions. First, what is the distance of positive 5 from 0? So now we will count from the origin, from the 0 up to positive 5. So let's find how far positive 5 from 0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 units. It means the distance of positive 5 from 0 is 5. Next, how about the distance of negative 5 from 0? So we will count how many units between negative 5 and 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 units. So the distance between negative 5 and 0 is also 5. So how are we going to write this question into a symbol? So we have 2 bars in the integer inside this 2 bar. So we can read this as the absolute value of positive 5 is equal to 5. Next, we have the absolute value of negative 5 is equal to 5. Now, the question is, what have you noticed about the absolute value of positive 5 and negative 5? Okay, they have both 5 units away from 0. Whether the direction is going to right or left, it doesn't matter. They have the same absolute value because we are just counting the number of units, how far a number from 0. Remember that the absolute value of a number is the distance between a number and 0. It is never negative. So we will always have a positive answer. Next, this number line represents the absolute value of positive 6. So let's check. How far is positive 6 from 0? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it means the absolute value of positive 6 is 6. So we have 6 units away from 0. Next, this one represents the absolute value of negative 4. So let's count from the origin. How far is negative 4 from 0? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It means the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. How about this one? We have the absolute value of negative 5 plus the absolute value of positive 3. So first, let's have the absolute value of negative 5. How far is negative 5 from 0? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have 5 units. It means the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. Next, how about the absolute value of positive 3? So how far is positive 3 from 0? So 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 units. The absolute value of positive 3 is 3. So we have 5, the absolute value of negative 5, and we have 3, the absolute value of positive 3. So 5 plus 3, we have 8. Next, what is the value of the negative absolute value of negative 5? So we have a negative sign before the absolute sign. So remember, when a negative sign appears before the absolute sign, this will mean you are taking the inverse or opposite of the absolute value. So we will have a negative number. So first, let's have the absolute value of negative 5. So what is the absolute value of negative 5? How far negative 5 from 0? So we have 5. Then we will just copy this negative sign. The negative absolute value of negative 5 is equal to negative 5. Now, let's have this learning task number 1. On a separate sheet of paper, illustrate a sea with the following. So we have a crab 5 feet below the sea level, a cliff 3 feet above the sea level, and a flying bird 4 feet above the sea level. We will use a vertical number line. So sabayan nyo ako mag-drawing. So we have a vertical number line. So first, let's have a sea. So the sea level is here. What do you think is the best number to represent our sea level? Okay, so this is 0. Sea level is our origin here. Okay, what about the numbers below sea level and above the sea level? Okay, let's have the negative numbers below sea level and positive numbers above the sea level. So let's start. Remember that 1 unit is equivalent to 1 foot. So first, let's have a crab 5 feet below the sea level. So let's have the crab here. Okay, 5 feet from 0. Next, let's have a cliff 3 feet above the sea level. Next, let's have a flying bird 4 feet above the sea level. Let's answer the following questions. First, how far is the cliff from the sea level? So this is the cliff. How many units is this cliff from our sea level? From 0. So we will have 1, 2, and 3. So we have 3 units. It means if 1 unit is equivalent to 1 foot, so what is the distance of the cliff from the sea level? Okay, we will have 3 feet. Next, how far is the bird from the sea level? So this is the sea level and this is the flying bird. So now let's count. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 4 units. So the distance of the bird from the sea level is 4 feet. Next, how far is the crab from the sea level? So from here, from the sea level up to the location of our crab. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 units, or the distance between the crab and the sea level is 5 feet. Next, what is the distance between the cliff and the crab? So this is our cliff and this is our crab. So let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 units. So it means the distance between the cliff and the crab is 8 feet. Next, what is the distance between the bird and the crab? So this is the flying bird and this is the crab. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 units. It means the distance between the bird and the crab is 9 feet. Okay. Now, let's talk about absolute value in addition and subtraction of integers. So, the absolute value plays a vital role in performing operations in integers. In this lesson, this illustration represents the positive integers or positive numbers. This one, the gray diamond, represents the negative integers. So, a pair of 1 negative and 1 positive is a 0 pair. If there's a 1 positive integer and 1 negative integer, automatically their value is 0. Okay, for example, we have positive 1 and negative 1. So, this is a 0 pair. So, our value is 0. So, ika-cancel out na natin sila kasi wala na silang value. So, in numbers, 1 plus negative 1 is 0. So when you add the same number of positive and negative numbers, observe that the value will always be 0.
Oh, how about this one? So how many positive numbers meron tayo dito?
Dalawa po.
Dalawa. Or,
Two po.
okay, so this is positive 2. How about this one?
Negative 2.
Okay, very good. Negative 2.
Negative.
So, when we have a negative and positive numbers na ipag-prepare natin, so ika-cancel out na natin yan kasi wala na siyang value. 0 na siya. Ito rin, may 1 positive dito, may 1 negative dito. So, ika-cancel out din natin siya. Magiging 0 na yung kalalabasan natin. For example, we have positive 2 and negative 2. Ayan yung sinabi nyo kanina. This is positive 2. This is negative 2. We will get a number of 0. Kapag pinag-add natin yung parehang number na isang positive at isang negative. So, we will get 0. How about this one? So, this is 1 and 2. So, 2 positive integers. So, this is positive 2. This one, 1, 2, 3. So, this is negative.
Negative 1.
Negative 1. Ito, negative 1.
Negative 3.
Okay, negative 3. Very good. This is negative 3 and this is positive 2. So, ika-cancel natin yung mag-prepare. So, 1 positive here, 1 negative here. Another one. Meron ditong positive, meron ditong negative. So, meron pa ba itong kapareho?
Wala po.
Okay, wala na. So, siya na lang yung natitira. So, our answer is, what is this? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Okay, so we have negative 1. Again, this is positive 2. This is negative 3. So, kapag kinancel out natin yung 0 pair, matitira yung isang negative 1 dito. So, the answer is negative 1.
Positive.
Okay, positive. Okay,
Three.
positive 3. This is positive 3 and this
Negative 2. Negative 2.
are you sure? Negative 2?
Positive 2.
Positive 2.
Positive
Okay. Okay, again, this is positive 3 plus positive 2.
2.
So, meron ba tayong ika-cancel out dyan?
Wala po.
Wala po.
Wala namang negative, so walang kaparehang positive, walang kapareha tong positive na to na isang negative na pwede natin i-cancel. So, pag pinagsama natin yan, again, 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, so we will have 5, okay, or positive 5. So, diba? So, 3, this is positive 3. This is positive 2. When we add 3 and 2, we will get 5. Positive 5. Sabi dyan, to add two positive numbers, just add the two integers and copy the positive sign of it. So, meron tayong rules para dyan. I-explain natin sa inyo mamaya. So, let's have this one. So, this is what? Anong nire-represent nito?
Negative 3 po. Negative 3.
Okay. Okay. Negative 3. Okay, this is...
Plus negative 2. Negative
Okay. Again, this is negative 3. Correct kayo. And then this is negative 2.
2.
So, pag pinagsama natin yan, magiging negative 5. Bakit naging negative 5? So, sabi, to add negative numbers, just add the two integers. So, i-add natin yung two integers. Ang two integers natin is 3 and 2. So, 3 plus 2 is 5. Bakit daw naging negative? Ang sabi, copy the negative sign. So, after natin i-add, ika-copy natin yung negative sign. So, pag pareho lang yun ng sign ha, meron tayong positive sign and negative sign. So, ito yung rules natin in adding integers. So, first rule is, same sign, ang gagawin natin is to add and to keep. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng same sign? So, halimbawa, positive 1 plus positive 1. O kaya, negative 2 plus negative 2. Same sign ba yung positive 1 plus negative 6?
Hindi po.
Okay,
Hindi po.
hindi. So, hindi natin i-apply sa rule na to or hindi natin i-apply yung rule na to doon sa positive 1 plus negative 6. So, unahin natin yung same sign. So, pag sinabing same sign, positive plus positive or negative plus negative. So, una mo daw gagawin is to add the integers. For example, we have 3 plus 4 or positive 3 plus 4. I-add natin si 3 at si 4, meron tayong 7. And then, ano yung sign nila? Okay, very good. Positive. So, magiging sign na answer natin is positive. Kapag naman parehong negative, i-add din natin and then ikikip natin, kokopyahin natin yung sign nung dalawang integers. So again, positive plus positive equals to positive. Negative plus negative is equal to negative. Again, same sign, add muna yung numbers or yung integers and then keep or copy the sign of the two integers. Yung pinag-add mo, kung ano yung sign nun. Kung parehong positive, positive. Kung parehong negative, negative. Okay? For example, we have negative 6 plus negative 4. So, rule number 1, kapag same sign, so this is negative 6, this is negative 4. Ibig sabihin, same sign sila, i-add natin and then kokopyahin natin yung sign nung dalawang integers. So, what is 6 plus 4? We have,
Negative.
sorry, bakit ito?
10.
Okay, mali. Okay, mali itong nasa screen natin ha. So, 6 plus 4 is 10. Okay, again, 6 plus 4 is 10. Then, kokopyahin natin yung sign ni negative 6 at ni negative 4. So, our answer is negative 10. Not negative 8 ha. Negative 10. Okay. Next, how about positive 12 plus positive 8? So, first na gagawin natin is to add them together. 12 plus 8 is equal to 20. So, ang sign ni 12 at ni 8 ay positive. So, no need na ilagay na pa natin yung positive sign. Pwede na yung ganito. Kapag positive lang ha, pero kapag negative, gaya ng sagot natin kanina, negative 10, ilalagay nyo yung negative 10. Pero kapag naman positive yung integer natin, pwedeng hindi na ilagay yung positive sign. Okay. Next. Rule number 2, different sign. So, ito. Yung iba, malilito dito. So, when we have different sign, ang gagawin natin is to subtract. Ima-minus natin yung dalawang integers. So, then, after natin i-minus, we will keep the sign of the bigger number. So, for example, we have positive number and negative number. Or, vice versa, mauna si negative and sunod naman si positive. Ang gagawin natin is to subtract or ima-minus natin yung digits and then keep the sign of the larger number. Yung mas malaking value daw, doon sa pinag-add natin, ay yun yung gagamitin nating sign. So, for example, ito. So, this is what? Positive?
3.
Positive 3. So, kapag ginamit natin itong figure na to, magka-cancel out lang tayo, then ang matitira is si positive 1. So, magiging answer natin is positive 1. So, tama naman yon. E, paano kapag digits ang gamit natin? We have positive 3 plus negative 2. So, anong rule yung gagamitin natin? Rule number 1 or rule number 2?
Number 1.
Number 1?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Okay, number 2. Kasi 'di ba si rule number 1 is the same sign. Kapag same sign, you will just add the digit and copy the sign of the two digits or two numbers, two integers. Pero kapag different signs sila, tignan nyo. This is positive 3 and this is negative 2. So, magkaiba sila ng sign. So, dun tayo sa rule number 2. Different sign, unang gagawin is what? To subtract. So, 3 minus 2 is what? 1. So, ano yung magiging sign ng answer natin? Titignan mo muna kung ano yung bigger number. So, this is 3 and this is 2. What is the bigger number?
3 po.
Okay, 3. So, what is the sign of 3?
Positive.
Positive. So, we will have positive 1. Okay, very good. Again ha, titignan yung bigger number. Next. So, how about this one? We have, okay, cancel natin yung 0 pair. So, 1, 2, ang matitira is si negative 1. Okay. So, in integers, we have negative 3 plus positive 2. So, rule number 1 or rule number 2?
2 po.
Okay, very good. Rule number 2, different signs. This is negative and this is positive. So, again, first thing to do is subtract the two integers. We will have 3 minus 2.
Equals to 1.
Okay, 1. So, meron tayong answer na 1. So, what will be the sign of this 1?
Negative.
Why negative? Kasi the bigger number is,
Negative.
okay, negative 3. So, si bigger number is si 3. Then, the sign of the bigger number is negative, so our answer will be negative integer or negative 1. Again ha, pag different signs, subtract the two integers and then copy the sign of the bigger number. Example number 1. We have negative 6 plus positive 4. So, anong gagawin natin? Rule number 1, rule number 2.
2 po.
Okay, 2. Very good. So, let's subtract 6 and 4. So, 6 minus 4 is
2.
2. Very good. So, what is the bigger number? 6 or 4?
6.
Okay, 6. What is the sign of 6?
Negative.
Negative. So, okay. So, our answer is negative 2. Again, why? So, sinubtract natin si 6 and si 4. We have 2. Then, find the bigger number. We have the bigger number 6. And the sign of this bigger number 6 is negative. So that our answer will be a negative integer or negative 2. So we have positive 12 plus negative 6. Sarmiento, what is positive 12 plus negative 6? Sarmientos. Okay.
6.
6? Sige, anong una mong ginawa?
Minus ko lang po.
Yung?
Yung 12 po sa 6.
Okay, very good. So, anong sign ng 6 natin?
Positive po.
Why?
Kasi mas malaki po siya sa negative 6.
Huh?
Yung 12 po.
Okay, yung 12. So, the bigger digit or the bigger number between 12 and 6 is 12. So, the sign of 12 is positive. So, very good. So, sino yun? Si Sarmiento. So, again ha, kahit hindi na natin ilagay yung positive sign, okay lang yon. Pero kapag negative ang sagot, kailangan ilalagay nyo. Okay, next. In subtracting integers, change the operation into addition and then change the sign of the subtrahend. Once changed, apply what you've learned in adding integers. So, subtracting integers naman tayo ngayon. So, we have the rule of keep, change, change. So, tatandaan nyo to. Keep, change, change. First, keep the first number. Second, change the subtraction sign to addition. So, from minus, gagawin natin addition, yung sign. And then, change the second number. Ibig sabihin, write down the opposite of the second number. Then, after natin ma-keep, change, i-apply natin yung addition rule. So, follow the addition rules for adding with the same sign or different signs. So, for example, we have 9 minus negative 4. Again, keep, change. So, first, keep the first number. The first number here is positive 9.
9.
So, we will copy the positive 9 or we will keep the positive 9. Next. Anong next natin? What is the
Change.
next?
Change na.
Change the operation from minus to
Addition.
okay. So, from subtraction to addition. So, i-change natin yung operation natin. And then, keep, change, and ano yung isa?
Change po.
Since our second number is negative 4, so what is the opposite of negative 4?
Positive 4 po.
Okay, very good. We have positive 4. So, isusulat lang natin yung opposite ni negative 4, which is positive 4. So, nagawa na natin yung keep, change, or put the opposite of the second number. And then, ang gagawin na natin is follow the adding integers rules. So, this is positive 9 and this is positive 4. So, anong rule yung gagamitin natin in adding integers?
Positive.
1 po.
Number 1.
Okay. Rule number 1. Very good. So, 9, positive 9 plus positive 4 is equal to
13.
positive
13.
13 or 13. So, ang sign ni 9 at sign ni 4 ay both positive. So, our answer is positive 13.
13.
Okay, so try natin to, ha? So, I have here 3 examples. So, first column, after the given column, first is the keep, the exchange, next, change, then the addition rule, and our final answer. So, tatawag ako ng isa. Okay, Buban. So, our given is 8 minus 11. So, ano ilalagay natin dito sa keep? Where's Buban? Keep. Sige, baka nag-chat siya. Ano ilalagay natin, Buban? Where's Buban? Wala ba si Buban? Mukhang mahina ang connection ni Buban. So, okay. Ang answer nyo ay, wait po miss, di ko po ma-on ang mic. Sige. I-type mo na lang, Buban. So, ano yung answer na ilalagay natin dito? What number natin? Okay, so we have number, okay, very good. We have number 8. Again, keep the first number. The first number is 8. Next, change. So, iti-change natin yung minus or subtraction sign into addition sign. So, we will have plus. Next, change the opposite. So, what is the opposite of positive 11?
Negative 11 po.
Okay, negative 11. So, pagsamahin natin to, in addition rule, we have, gagamitan natin na addition rule to, 8 plus negative 11. So, anong gagawin natin sa 8 plus negative 11? Sagot daw is negative 3. So, anong rule ba yung gagamitin natin?
2 po.
Okay, rule number 2. Subtract the two integers. We have 8 and 11. So, 11 minus 8. We have
3.
3.
3.
Bakit kaya naging negative 3 ang sagot natin?
Mas malaki po yung number ng negative.
Mas malaki yung
Kasi
11.
Malaki po sa 11.
Okay. Mas malaki, bigger number natin is yung 11. So, titignan nyo, kapag in-absolute value natin tong 8 tsaka itong negative 11, ang mas malaking number natin is 11. So, kukunin natin yung sign ni 11, kaya naging negative 3. Okay. Next, negative 12 minus negative 16. So, first, we will keep the first number, negative
12.
12. Then, change, minus to addition, minus plus, okay, magiging plus. Hindi yan positive, ha? Operation yan, plus. Okay, next, change or give the opposite of the second number. What is the opposite of negative?
Positive 16.
Positive 16 po.
Okay, positive. Okay, positive 16. So we have negative 12 plus positive 16. In addition rule, pareho ba ng sign?
Hindi
No.
po.
Hindi po. So we have negative 12 plus positive 16. So we will apply the rule number 2, subtract the two integers, and copy the sign of the bigger number. So, what is 16 minus 12?
44.
Okay, we have 4. So, what is the bigger number? 12 or 16?
16.
16.
What is the sign of 16?
Positive po.
Positive.
Positive.
Okay. Okay, very good. 9. Paul, we have the 10 minus negative 6. Keep natin si first number, which is 10. Change natin yung operation from minus to plus. Okay, very good. What is the opposite of negative 6?
Positive po.
Negative
Positive 6. So, we have 10 plus 6. So, same sign tayo. Pareha silang
16.
positive. So, we will have positive 16. Okay, very good. Naintindihan. So, ready na kayo sa ating learning task number 2 and learning task number 3. So, punta tayo dun sa inyong Google Classroom. Then, click nyo yung link dun sa classwork natin para masagutan nyo yung learning task number 2. So, we have first part, add the following integers. So, may nakalagay na dyan kung ano yung sign. So, dito sa first part natin, addition rule. Rule number 1, again, add the same, pag same sign, add the integers and then copy the sign. Okay, copy the sign. Then, kapag is subtract the integers and then copy the sign of the bigger number. Okay, very good. Next, part 2 or subtract the following integers. So, meron tayong tandaan, keep, change, change. First, keep the
biggest.
keep
The
the
first
bigger
number.
First number. Next, ano yung i-change?
Yung minus to plus.
Okay, very good, PB. And then, another change, after ng keep, change, yung isang
Yung
change, ano yung...
opposite po nung second
Opposite po
number.
nung
Okay, very good, Pore. Opposite ng second number. After that, after natin mag-keep, change, change, anong gagawin?
So,
Ano sunod? Subtract ba?
Kung ano po yung rule.
Rule ng... After ng keep, change, change, anong sunod?
hahanapin po yung mas malaking number para sa sign.
Sign ba agad? After keep, change, change, anong sunod?
Ipag mo multiple.
Imo multiple?
Yeah, add.
multiply, i-add.
Number.
Ano yung rule na gagamitin natin after keep, change, change?
Rule number.
After keep, change, change, i-apply natin yung addition rules sa integers. Okay? Again, hindi mo i-minus agad, hindi mo ipa-plus agad. Titignan mo muna kung same sign or different sign. Again, after the keep, change, change, you will apply or follow the rules in adding integers. Okay? Okay, next. Learning task number 3. So, nasa Google Classroom na rin to. Check nyo na lang din after this meeting. So, copy and answer. So, solve each problem involving integers. Show your solutions. Then, box your final answer. Number 1, a mercury thermometer records a temperature of 8 degrees Fahrenheit at 10 a.m. If the temperature drops by 3 degrees Fahrenheit every hour, what will be the temperature by 2 p.m. on the same day? Next, number 2, Kate gets into the elevator on the 3rd floor of a shopping mall. She goes up 6 floors to reach the food court. After an hour, she went down 2 floors to buy books. At which floor is she now? So, copy and answer to, yung learning task number 3 natin. So, titignan nyo lang doon sa ating Google Classroom. So, may tanong pa ba kayo? Naintindihan ba yung lesson natin?
Opo.
Opo. O, sige.